Hello, it's me again, Kia, on Instagram Live. I always enjoy coming on Instagram Live because it's a totally different experience from Periscope. So, thank you for joining. This is a nonprofit plug. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth time, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. And don't forget to share it with someone who you believe it's going to bless. We are on our second series, new series for the month of October. Last month, we talked about preparing to start a nonprofit organization. This month, we're talking about you as a future founder or the current founder of the nonprofit organization. So I am going to wait a couple seconds to get started. Be sure to type in your questions in advance so that they can get answered. So when you think of a question, just go ahead and type it in. Whether you use that small box at the bottom with the question mark or you type in the comments, I will review them so I can answer your questions. I hope your organization is doing well as you as a founder, because you as a founder are just as important as the organization, especially when you're leading it. You have to make sure that your cup is full when it comes to serving others. So thank you for joining, and be sure to share it with someone also. You can share it with that small paper plane type figure at the bottom of the screen. You can share using that. Thank you for joining, and be sure to share it with someone. As I said, my name is Kia Tattegrain. I'm the founder of Dare Humanity. We work and partner with communities in Haiti, assisting students with getting access to education by sponsoring students. And we are also working with those communities in order to provide resources and to assist them to be part in their development, to assist them to be part of their own development. So that is what we do. You can visit darehumanity.org for more information. If you're interested in partnering with us, go ahead and reach out. We'll decide if it's a good fit. We can have a conversation and see if it's a good fit. We are currently only working in Haiti. We will be expanding, but at this point, only in Haiti. So thank you for joining. I'm also a nonprofit consultant specializing with startup nonprofits, helping them with the planning, strategy, and funding process, getting that initial funding as a nonprofit startup. I also work in all things communications, email list, website, social media, etc. I assist in that as well. I am also a nonprofit educator, so I basically am taking everything from my graduate program and getting into the details, making sure I have that transparency piece, especially as a founder myself. So I like to teach, and that is something I do on a monthly basis. You can go to kiaharris.com and look at my upcoming events page to find all my seminars for the month. Please note that most of my seminars are rare, and I mean that because often I will not revisit that topic for a very long time. So you'll want to tap into those seminars as soon as possible. There is a seminar tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time that you can join. You can click the link in my bio and you can register through that way. That is talking about getting started with funding for startup nonprofits, and you want to get access to that, especially since every nonprofit needs money, especially since everyone that is connected to the organization should know and have an understanding of funding and how to go about getting it. So if you will be joining me tomorrow, I hope so, you can go ahead and register, and I will see you then. So today we are talking about you as a founder. We're talking about how many hats. There are so many hats I wear throughout the week, from communications to fundraising to executive director to finance to administration. There are a variety of hats that I wear each week, and I have learned that I need to have some type of balance. I need to set these boundaries so I'm not having these feelings of overwhelmingness, not being drained by all the things that I'm doing throughout the week. We have a personal life as a founder also, so we have to balance that. We have to balance our personal life, we have to balance our relationships, especially if we're married, and we have to balance our jobs. Not every founder is full-time what they're doing for the organization. Some organization founders are working part-time or full-time. This may be you. This may be your part-time thing for now, and in the future it will be full-time. So you want to consider that, because you don't want to be overwhelmed. You don't want to be stressed out. You don't want to be drained. And you don't want to not be able to pour into others as you should. So there should be a balance with your personal life, work, and your organization. So one way in which I have a balance is I have a cutoff time for a lot of things. I say, well, I'm not going to work on it at this time. I'm still working on this because often I will be up at night just working on Dear Humanity, not really realizing where the time is gone. I'm a do it now kind of person, and so often I have challenges trying to put things aside for Dear Humanity, but I'm believing that that is going to change soon because of the boundaries I'm putting in place. So I will have those cutoff times. I will say at this time I'm going to stop working on things from my organization. I'm not going to respond to emails. I'm not going to read the emails even, because if I read the emails I'm going to be inclined to answer it. I'm not going to respond to every type of DM that comes my way. So you have to have those cutoff times. You can say Monday, Wednesday, Friday I will work on things from my organization. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, I am off. That is totally off limits. So you have to set the boundaries. You have to have the cutoffs, and you have to set the boundaries for the people you're working with as well. Sometimes the people that you work with won't always be appreciative of the things that you are offering to them, the work that you're doing for them. So you also have to create boundaries when it comes to that. You have to put in place what needs to be put in place so you are being respected. If you're respecting these individuals that you're serving, you should expect the same thing. If that means you have to have a conversation with them about what you've encountered, how they've spoken to you, a certain attitude you have felt from that individual, then address it. Because if you're not going to address it, it's going to keep on occurring. This individual is going to keep on thinking that they can treat you in a certain way. And so you would approach the situation just like you would do on a regular job or in a professional encounter or professional environment. Is you're going to talk to them directly. You're going to be professional about it. You're going to give them some type of warning so that they know that you're not going to tolerate that anymore, so that they know how to move forward and they know what is expected of them. If you never address it, then it's not going to change. Some people think that you have to continue to be this individual who is passive when it comes to leading these individuals that you're serving, and that's absolutely false, because you are needing to protect you as a founder. You need to protect your peace, and you need to protect what you have inside of you in order to give to others. If you're constantly allowing things to come against you, allowing things to drain you, then how are you going to serve the people you're serving at the best capacity that you can? So you're doing it for them, and you're also doing it for yourself. So start to think about and create your team. Think about your team even if you haven't started your nonprofit. Think about your team even if you are currently running a nonprofit. You always want to be thinking about your team. How can it evolve? How can it continue to grow? Your team is not just your board of directors, it's also your interns, your volunteers, people who may be your staff in the future. You want to think about your team, and you also want to always recruit. It doesn't mean you recruit every month, but maybe you have periods of the year that you recruit for different team members. And think about the fact that you have to look outside of your circle. Look outside of the realm that your nonprofit is focusing on. So, for example, if your nonprofit is focusing on education, think outside of education. Think about maybe there's individuals in finance that can assist you. Think about maybe there's even individuals in technology that can assist you. Because if you don't have a diversity of your team members, then you're not going to have access to the things that you may need in the future, and access to things and an understanding of this expert that you're bringing in on your team. So that is my recommendation. Think outside of the box. Don't just think in the box in the realm of your sector. Think about it in a larger view so that your organization continue to grow, and those people can add your organization in a way that you can do more, because these individuals have skills in different areas that you may not have skills in. Like, we're all blessed to have certain skills, but we don't have every single type of skill in order to apply to our organization. So bring on those people to help you with those skills that you lack. And then finally, you want to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential. We talked about this. We talked about how you need to make sure you're maintaining your peace. You need to make sure that you are getting what you need in order to be able to pour into others on a regular basis. So If you have any questions, be sure to drop them down below. Any questions about starting a nonprofit, about funding, etc. I'm going to stay on a couple seconds to answer your questions. Join me tomorrow. Join me tomorrow for my seminar for getting started with funding as a nonprofit founder or a nonprofit in its early stages. You'll want to join that seminar if you are new to the nonprofit sector, you're on a board of a nonprofit, or you are a founder yourself. You want to tap into that because a lot of individuals and those individuals that are part of an organization have issues with funding. So you want to make sure you have an understanding of it and how to go about it so that you can continue to bring in funding for your organization. How are you going to continue to run your organization if you don't have that funding coming in, if you don't have the team members in place in order to help you with that funding? So drop in your questions below. I will be waiting a few seconds for your questions. So the seminar tomorrow starts at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. As a registrant, you do have access to replay via Zoom. So I will send you the Zoom link directly after, but of course you have to register in order to get that link. If you can't join me live, the replay is available for you. But if you can, you'll want to join live because you can ask questions and I can answer them for you. So you want to have that ability to do that. Thank you. So you want to be able to have that funding for your nonprofit. You want to be able to continue to pour into people. And so consider what you can do to learn. As a nonprofit founder, you have to continue to learn when it comes to your organization. If you're saying that you know everything, you're saying that you don't want to invest. You say, oh, $27 is too much. That's how much my seminar rates are for now. That's the lowest is going to be. It's $27 is something you can pay to get some gas or something like that. If you're not willing to invest in the development of yourself as a nonprofit founder and leader, if you're not willing to invest for your organization, then you will be preventing yourself from being as successful as possible. Let's be honest. So I'm looking forward to you joining me tomorrow for that and registering by clicking the link in my Instagram bio. And you can also visit kiaharris.com and go to my upcoming events page, and that information is there as well. Do you not have questions? If you don't, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to wait a final couple of seconds and then I'm going to just jump off. Be sure to share this with someone. I'll have the replay up on my feed temporarily, and then it will be gone. Well, it will be in IGTV, but you'll be able to see it there. But thank you for joining the Nonprofit Plug. I'm looking forward to the remaining parts of this series, focusing on you as a nonprofit founder. Next month, not sure what we're going to be focusing on, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think, I can't remember what we're focusing on next month, but I hope you enjoy your Tuesday. I'm going to enjoy my Tuesday full of peace, full of blessings and favor. So thank you for joining. I will see you next Tuesday, around 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. Every Tuesday we are here on Instagram Live. First we go to Periscope, then I come here. And so if you have any questions, you can send me a DM. Please be respectful about how you go about sending information to me. I will not respond if you're not respectful. I'm willing to work with individuals who are committed and respectful and disciplined. When it comes to other cases, I know who I'd like to be my clients, and if you're a go-getter, then you will have no problem with that. But what I'm addressing now, as I expressed in my in this chat about you needing to set boundaries, I am setting a boundary as a nonprofit consultant. If you're going to address me in my direct message, listen to the information that is being said, approach me with respect. I'll do the same, and we can chat. And also be aware that I am on here as a nonprofit consultant. This is also my personal account, so you may consider not asking for funds, because that's not what I'm here to do. If God leads me to provide funding for your project, I will. But if He does not lead me to do that, I will not. So you want to, if you have a message, send it to me with purpose. So I'm just setting the boundary. I'm just being honest. If you're a nonprofit consultant or whatever, a business owner, you would do the same. So I'm just setting the boundaries at this point. So thank you for joining the Nonprofit Plug. I look forward to hearing from you and joining me tomorrow. Stay connected with me at kiaharris.com, and we can chat tomorrow.